Tell us a little bit about Concerned Veterans of America.
Absolutely, Mark. CVA is a veterans and military families organization that's building a movement of veterans and patriots across this country. They're fighting to take this country back. You know, I raised my right hand, served in Iraq and Afghanistan, Guantanamo Bay, like so many in my generation and other generations, to defend the Constitution and this country and the freedom and prosperity and liberty that we love. And we're watching this administration and this country head in fundamentally the wrong direction. So if we don't organize, if we don't leverage the credibility that veterans have, and then build the biggest, baddest organization we can, then we're failing the next generation, and we're looking them in the eye and saying, when you needed us the most, we didn't come home and continue the oath that we swore to the Constitution to provide the greatest country to the next generation. That's what we're trying to build, and we're doing it across the country.
I mean, that is so wonderful. So you have men and women who've served overseas and here, vets, and they're not done serving. They've decided on their own to continue to press and their families to save this republic from within.
That's right. It's Concerned Veterans for America, because I didn't just serve for veterans or for veterans benefits or for the VA. Of course, we fight on that issue. I fought for America. I look at a failing VA bureaucracy with vets dying on secret lists. I look at the gutting of our military and the pink slips they're sending to captains and majors today who have borne the battle. I look at leading from behind, which last time I checked is just following, and lunging at deals with the worst enemy, our jihadist enemies. You've been talking about Iran and the deal we're making there, which is poisonous. Our $18.5 trillion in debt, bloated entitlements, our shredding of the Constitution. Status quo in this country, and what this administration has done is crushing the freedom and prosperity that we put the uniform on to defend. Spineless politicians, narrow special interests are not going to get us where we need to be. It has to be veterans, military families, and patriots. And that's what Concerned Veterans for America is building. And what started as a group and what started as a tour really is turning into a movement, because veterans are feeling it. And if you're not going to do it now, then when are you going to do it?
You're listening to Pete Hegseth. He's the CEO of Concerned Veterans for America. What is the website for Concerned Veterans for America?
Well, it's concernedveteransforamerica.org, but we're also on a tour all summer long.
Yeah, no, I want to stress this. I also have you on because you are on a tour and you're trying to gather people in these different towns that you're going into. Tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, it's called the Defend Freedom Tour, and you can go to defendfreedomtour.com, defendfreedomtour.com. We have stops all across the country. We actually launched it on Fox and Friends in Midtown Manhattan a couple of weeks ago, and we were in Texas last weekend with some amazing patriots. Hundreds of folks came out. Colonel Allen West, a lot of people were out with us, and we're going to be across the country all summer long. They're free concerts. We're partnering with Madison Rising, the most patriotic rock band in America, Ayla Brown, a country music star. We've got Sean Parnell, who's an Army Ranger, wrote a New York Times best-selling book, Outlaw Platoon. Karen Vaughn, she's a Gold Star mother of a Navy SEAL, SEAL Team 6, myself, and then we'll have special guests across the board. And it's part of building the grassroots army. It's enlisting folks town by town, state by state, military community by military community to say, if you love this nation and you believe in it, come on out and hear a great concert, listen to speakers that are going to motivate the heck out of you. But this isn't just about speeches and a tour. This is about taking action. And so the theme of this tour is, if you're sick of watching TV and throwing things at the television or listening to the radio and being frustrated and you want to do something, come on out, sign up. We'll sign you up to train you to become a grassroots activist. You know, Mark, we've been undone in many ways by community organizing, you might say. Well, it's about time we community organize and turn it back around and build an organization of vets that can do what needs to be done and will hold people accountable. And we're getting things done in Washington, too, which is encouraging. We're trying to fix and
all right, let me slow down here just a second. So people can go to defendfreedomtour.com to find out what town you're in next. Is this every weekend through the summer? It's starting now.
Every other weekend through the summer. We're going to be in Pittsburgh in a couple of weeks, and then through Ohio and Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Florida, Nevada, Colorado, Minnesota, others. So defendfreedomtour.com. About every other weekend, we do a couple of events in a row. They're incredible events. I hope folks can make it.
Well, we're going to post this on Mark Levin Show, Facebook, Mark Levin Show, Twitter. Let's put it on the website, too, Mr. Producer. So you folks, you can look at defendfreedomtour.com. Do you have to be a vet to attend?
No, you don't. Absolutely not. We are a veterans and military families group that works with patriots and citizens who believe the same thing. So you don't have to be a vet, and we're proud of that. Building a movement is about inclusion. Anybody who believes in the Constitution and the freedom and prosperity, we want them there, and we want them locking shields with us.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been
just the good stuff.
Just the good stuff. All right, we'll keep it short then. I did an ROTC scholarship, served tours in Guantanamo Bay in Iraq as an infantry platoon leader with the 101st Airborne. I was a part of a group called Vets for Freedom that was fighting for success in the battlefield so that we didn't have to see this threat we saw from ISIS. Unfortunately, it was given away by this president. And then I served in Afghanistan as well as a senior trainer, senior counterinsurgency advisor, and then got involved with Concerned Veterans for America to say, hey, all this service is fantastic, but if we're going to let politicians waste it and give it away and soil that sacrifice, then what is it ultimately worth? And partner with some great people, and proud to be the CEO of Concerned Vets. And Fox News has been very good to me. I'm a contributor at Fox News Channel as well. Get an opportunity to provide military vets, national security analysis over there as well.
And what are you doing on Capitol Hill? You mentioned you had a meeting on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, we were actually up there this weekend. We did our annual Vets on the Hill. We had 150 volunteers, veterans up on the Hill, over 300 meetings. You know the bill we're championing today? We did a press conference with Chairman Jeff Miller of the VA committee. It's a bill that would give the VA secretary the ability to fire any employee at the VA for cause. Not just executives, anyone through the VA for cause, because as you know, what did Ronald Reagan say? The closest thing to eternal life is a government program. Well, the closest thing to eternal job security is a job at the Department of Veterans Affairs. Last year, there was a scandal that we're all aware of. A year later, no one, count it, 0 folks have been fired for cause because of the wait list scandal where veterans died on secret lists. And so that unfortunate tragedy has given us an opportunity to say we need to change the way government does business, and we need to start with the Department of Veterans Affairs by getting rid of all the union blockages and all the ridiculousness that protects terrible employees who can't be fired, and as a result, veterans are underserved. And it's a bipartisan bill. We've got almost every other veterans organization behind it, but Concerned Vets for America built the runway for this bill, and we're going to be behind it and fighting for it every step of the way.
You know, maybe I'm a dreamer, but well, no, that doesn't work anymore. Maybe I'm just fantasizing, but I just feel the vets should get vouchers, and if they want to go to a VA hospital, okay, but if they want to go to the kind of hospital everybody else goes to, they can do that too.
You're not fantasizing at all. In fact, we just released a report 2 months ago called the Fixing Veterans Healthcare Task Force Report, 100-page report, and at the center of the report is why can't the dollars follow the veteran? Why can't the veteran choose to go to a private facility if they want to? Because you know what happens when that happens? When a veteran gets to choose, the VA now has to compete for them as customers, and they can't take them for granted anymore, which forces the VA to compete or fail and lose them to the private market. We could not agree with you more. Why not give a veteran an option and a choice? Why are they driving 200 miles for a colonoscopy where they can go 10 minutes away and be seen by a great private practitioner? That's what this country promised them, and instead we're locking them in VA facilities that are failing.
DefendFreedomTour.com. If you go there, you'll know where Pete and the boys and girls are headed next. As many people as possible should show up, show your support, get involved. You're building a grassroots, conservative, pro-American, pro-free market, pro-military movement from the bottom up. That's what you're talking about. Now, I want you to slow down a little bit. I want you to tell me your next city on the tour is which one?
Next city on the tour, May 21st, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then in late May, we're going to Akron, Columbus, and Cincinnati, Ohio. So Pennsylvania and Ohio are our 2 next stops. We're focusing on, significant states with big vets populations, and then we're continuing on throughout the summer.
Pete, you're a great guy. I've watched you on TV from time to time. I got to meet you at CPAC. You're a wonderful patriot. I want to salute you for your service to the country as well. Keep it up. We need you, the CEO of Concerned Veterans for America, Pete Hegseth. They want you to go, please, to DefendFreedomTour.com. We're posting that on all my stuff. DefendFreedomTour.com. Just show up. You'll have a good time, you'll learn a lot, and you'll get involved, right?
And it's free. It's 100% free. We want folks just to come out and check it out. And Mark, thanks for what you do every night for our military and our country. We are incredibly grateful.
Well, and I'm grateful for you and what you're doing. It's a wonderful organization. God bless you. Good luck. All right, take care. Folks, seriously, if this is happening in a town near you, really, take your kids, too. It's a wonderful opportunity. DefendFreedomTour.com. These are vets, families, and patriots who support America and support this movement. This is magnificent, this grassroots movement with our veterans and their families, and you can join them. Go to these events. They're free, and they're going to be fun, and you're going to be with like-minded patriots. Just go to DefendFreedomTour.com, DefendFreedomTour.com. Let's show up in the thousands at each one of these. We can do this,